Okay, here we go again. The whistleblower. Now, just think this through, y'all. Now, I know I'm asking a lot because if you watch my videos, you know what I think about the American public. I think the American public are a bunch of bumbling morons. I'm not. I take no pleasure in saying that. I just look at the facts and I judge it based upon the facts. Now look at this guy Snowden. Right now, they're saying he could pot the media. Now you got to understand, the media is just an arm of the government. They are a propaganda machine. If you want to get some free press, you need to get on the internet. Don't get it from mainstream media. They're saying this guy is a traitor, and Feinstein and the rest of them are throwing out that maybe he may be some operative for the Chinese government and the whole thing. If he was an operative for the Chinese government and he was selling secrets, why would he go public? What would be the incentive? And then be on the run. He obviously said that he could get intelligence information from whenever he wanted or wherever he wanted at any time he wanted to do it. Why would he come public? But Americans still believe it because they are terrified. I was watching Bill Maher, who is the liberal of liberals. I mean, so he's so to the left. I mean, I think the dude is gay, but that's another point. But anyway, he was sitting on there, and at least I think he was being honest when he said you have to weigh the balance of the government invading your privacy, because you know this whole Verizon, Google thing, the government's watching you. And he says that, hey, the jury's kind of still out with him in regard to that. He says, but the government has to have some secrets, and it's got to be secretive to a certain degree. Now, so he's wondering whether or not this guy is a hero or whether he's a traitor. I was talking to a friend of mine, and I asked her this question. I said, if your significant other was out cheating, and you caught him cheating, and then he said, and you found out that he was cheating because you went through his phone, or you found something, and then you caught him cheating, and then he says to you, why are you going through my phone? You get the point, ladies? He not concentrating on the fact he got caught cheating, which is really the issue. But he's upset that you went through his phone to get it. That's what the media is selling to the American people. And you know what's sad about it? Is the American people are buying it. They're calling this guy treasonous. They don't even know what treasonous is. You know who is treasonous? Barack Obama, the United States Congress, the Supreme Court. I heard a fool on TV yesterday say this. He says, they were talking about the Verizon thing, right? They've been listening on and recording and stealing all our information. This is what they said. Now, this is classic psychopathic, sociopathic behavior. They said that the Supreme Court ruled on it, this privacy thing, right to privacy. The executive, which is the president, and the judicial, they all agreed. These people think that as long as you have consensus, meaning that we get everyone to agree or you have the majority of people, they think that trumps the truth. And most Americans believe that too. You find that in Christianity, you find it everywhere in any organization. You find that these narcissistic sociopaths believe that if you get enough people to agree, then that trumps the truth. We have crossed the Rubicon a long time ago. Americans, I have no words. I don't. I have no words. I don't even know what to say anymore. Americans are so dumb. I can't find a word stronger than dumb. Some people say stupid. Stupid denotes the person has foreknowledge and still does the exact same thing. Dumb, I guess that's equivalent to just not knowing or ignorant. And they say moronic is something. Maybe they're moronic too. Maybe they're just morons. But it amazes me how a guy who seems to be patriotic comes forward because he cares about the American people. And he puts himself out there and because he says he didn't want to live in a country this way. You know that they're going to kill him. And Americans are going to find that fine. I'm going to tell you why Americans don't care. Americans say that they care about Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. They care about Iraq, Afghanistan, Yemen, Libya, Fast and Furious, all this other kind of stuff, when really they don't. The only thing Americans care about is sex, drugs, music, playing the lotto, and being stupid. And also being obese. This is the only thing Americans care about. They say that they care about all these other things. In reality, they don't. And I'm not worried about Barack Obama nor the New World Order. You know who I'm worried about? This fool that live up the street. Now, when I say this fool live up the street, that's indicative of just Americans. It's just the average citizen is who you need. If you're a person of conscience and a person who is a thinker, you're an analytical thinker, don't be worried about Barack Obama. Don't be worried about the United States Congress. These fools are going to hell with a gasoline suit on. And I'm so glad that I believe in God and I know that they will be judged in the second life. So I don't worry about that they prosper in this life. I mean, I don't plan on prospering much in this life. And, I'll be leaving here, soon. I mean, when I mean soon, I mean whenever God decides to take me. I ain't got no death wish or nothing like that. But it's just interesting to me that, we're concerned about, these guys being wealthy and rich and controlling the world. I'm not so much concerned about that. I'm worried about the fool up the street. That when Barack Obama takes away his food stamps and takes away his Social Security and takes away his unemployment, what this fool is going to do. That's what I'm more concerned about. So, shut up. So, I'd be interested to hear your feedback on this particular thing. But the fact is that this guy Snowden, he seems like he's a guy who really cares about America, the idea of America, but he wasted it on Americans because Americans don't care. And he even said it in the interview. He says my biggest concern is that that nothing will happen, and he was absolutely right. And that's the reason I wouldn't have come forward. Not because it's not the truth, is that he should have exercised more wisdom. He said he did like what the Bible says. He gave his pearls to swine, and he should have never done that. The American people are not worth it. They don't care about that. The only thing they care about is themselves. American citizens are narcissistic, self-centered, self-righteous, self-absorbed. They could care less about other people. The only thing they care about is making sure they get their piece of the pie. And that's the reason we've been a socialistic state for a long time. They try to blame Barack Obama. He's probably a socialist or socialistic ideas, communist, whatever you want to call it. But to blame him and to try to say that he's the only one, it started a long time ago, back in 1913, when the Federal Reserve Act was established. But I mean, maybe you can go even back further than that. But anyway, interested to hear your comments. Have a good day.